Russian School of Boston. Russian School of Boston is located in Boston, Massachusetts. It specializes in teaching Russian language and culture to kids and adults. We teach skills for real life. Our students are heritage learners, university students, professionals, parents of kids adopted from Russia, spouses from bilingual families, and everyone else interested in the Russian language. When is the best time to start learning Russian or start taking formal classes? If you want your child to speak Russian, you need to start from the day one. If your child is growing in a Russian-speaking family, Russian will dominate until your child will enter the school and sometimes during the first couple of years of school. But then, if you do not support and encourage the learning of the language, it will either become passive or will stay at the very primitive level. I think the best time to start taking formal classes is when your child is about 4 or 5 years old or ready to learn reading and writing. If your child is growing in a bilingual family and you feel that another language is dominating, I would suggest to place your child in a Russian-speaking daycare program for a few days a week, preferably full-time, to increase the time for language acquisition. Early exposure to a foreign language, both listening and speaking, establishes a good basis for further learning and reduces or even eliminates the accent. How long does it take to learn Russian? 3 years is a recommended minimum. It also depends on person's ability to learn a foreign language, motivation, time available for learning, and opportunity to practice, and of course, the final goal. It will take you a couple of months to learn reading and writing. The more solid skill you want to develop, the more time you will need to spend on learning and practicing. For example, if you want to study at a Russian university, you will need to spend approximately 1,180 hours. This includes instruction and homework, and you need to know about 2,300 words in Russian. If you want to work professionally in Russia, you need to spend about 1,940 hours on learning and know about 6,000 words. A well-educated Russian, let's say someone with a PhD, knows approximately 20,000 words, including professional and passive vocabularies. Why do I need to learn Russian or teach my kids Russian? It takes years to learn a foreign language and master it before you can use it professionally and mention it as a solid skill in your resume. By teaching your kid to speak Russian or another foreign language spoken at home, you equip your child with a skill for life. Kids' world is different from adults, and values are different. Our role as a parent is to prepare our children for a successful, independent life. Good education is one of the most important things parents can give to their children. I think the more skills kids have, the more choice in life they have. There are over 200 million people speaking Russian in the world. Russia is the country with the largest territory in the world. For some professions, knowledge of a foreign language can be either a mandatory skill or a desirable one. For example, translators and interpreters, journalists, especially working in the international field, diplomats, teachers, doctors, nurses, law enforcement professionals, lawyers, international relations and business development professionals. We hope you will learn Russian or another foreign language. Thank you very much for your time, and bye-bye. До свидания.